While we're all spending this Good Friday digesting Cowboy Carter, developing our fully fleshed out thoughts, I wanted to start somewhere. Just off the bat, this is a seminal album, not just in Beyoncé's career, but in the American music landscape and the industry at large. And only with time will we really be able to see the butterfly effect of how this changes music moving forward. This album is meaty, and it's going to take me a while to really digest all of it. Every decision was intentional. The references have references. For example, it was today for the first time that I learned Blackbird, Cowboy Carter's first cover and second track on the album, written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney of the Beatles, was actually inspired by the Little Rock Nine and people of color's experiences during the civil rights movement. The album is jam-packed with education, Black history, American history, women's history, of course the intersectionality of all of them. It's no surprise she released the two singles from the album, Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages, in February, Black History Month. This album, of course, has been released towards the end of Women's History Month. My favorite thing about this album overall is how inclusive it is. It's inclusive with regards to genres, in the sense that while it obviously honors country music, it crosses into blues, soul, rock, R&B, flamenco, and more. The album is also inclusive with who it honors and features, while making very clear this album is honoring people of color, like Linda Martell, who was the first Black female artist to play the Grand Ole Opry. It still honors white people who were and continue to be trailblazers in country, like Dolly Parton and Willie Nelson, whose democratic politics as an advocate for LGBTQ rights have always been at odds with the traditional values associated with country music. And while the experience of making this album came out of her feeling ostracized and erased from a genre she's always been a part of, she does not hit back, but chooses to bring the entire music industry and public forward with her, with education, love, and patience, and a genre-less defining album. And one last note, it's actually ironic because Beyoncé talks about creating this album with a deep connection to purity, which on the surface seems at odds with everything that went into this album. However, it's really beautiful that purity for Beyoncé is actually the rejection of defined categories, and instead what's pure for her is the synergy between unlikely pairs of people, genres, and the inherent juxtaposition of it all. Stay tuned for more analysis.